Hey, what's up you guys? If you're going to be towing a trailer with your Nissan Altima, you're going to need trailer wiring. It's required by the law. Let's go ahead and break down that install. You'll need the tools seen here to complete this installation. So we're going to be in the cargo area to start this installation. Our T-connectors are going to plug in behind both of our vehicle's taillights. So we're going to take our flooring and we're going to remove it. In our case, we have a stereo system, so we're just going to tuck it up underneath. Next, we're going to remove our rear threshold panel. It's held in by 3 push pins, and we're going to use a trim panel removal tool to take those out. So now we're just going to pull up on our rear threshold panel, and then we'll set it aside. Now we're going to remove 4 push pins on the driver's side paneling. There's one right here, 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 and here. So now with those push pins out, we're just going to pull back on this lining. And this gives us access to our taillight harness on the driver's side. So now we're just going to unplug that harness. So there's a little tab on the top right here. We're just going to push it down and that will let us release it. Now we're going to take our T connector with the yellow, red, and brown wire, and we're going to plug it into our driver's side taillight harness. Next, we're going to ground our white wire with the terminal on the end. We're going to use our provided self-tapping screw and a 1/4 inch socket. So we're going to ground right here next to the rear threshold panel. Now we're going to take our T connector with the green wire. We're going to run it over to our passenger side taillight, and we're going to follow all of our steps that we just did on the driver's side. So there's a lot of extra green wire, so we're going to clean it up by zip tying it to our existing wiring that goes underneath our rear threshold panel. Now we're going to connect our black power wire to the black wire on our converter box. We're going to be using our U-Haul exclusive power wire that has protective loom on it to help protect it from the elements. Now we're going to use a heat shrink butt connector to connect those. Now we're going to bring our black power wire underneath our vehicle. We're going to go through this vent on the driver's side. We're just going to push it down. So let's talk about your storage options for your 4-flat harness. You can either leave it in the trunk and pull it out of the cargo area when you need to use it, or you can bring it underneath your vehicle and have it right next to your hitch receiver. We'll go ahead and show you how you can do it that way. We're just going to go and push our 4-flat harness through our vent. All right, now that we're done in our cargo area, we're going to put it all back together. Now underneath the vehicle on the driver's side, we're just going to reach up behind the heat shield right here, and we'll be able to pull down our power wire. Now we're going to route our black power wire underneath our vehicle towards our engine compartment, where we will connect this to our vehicle's battery. Now we're going to want to avoid the exhaust or anything moving so it doesn't get caught or melted, which can cause damage to our wiring. So we're going to go and follow our brake lines all the way down. So we're going to go to the back side of this heat shield, and then we're going to bring our wire above our exhaust. So now we're going to bring our wire behind our tank, and we're going to loop it through our brake lines. And we're just going to follow it down, zip tying it all the way. Now that we've reached the bottom of our engine compartment, we're just going to push our wire up following these brake lines. And in our engine compartment, our wiring is going to come up right behind our brake reservoir right here. Now we're going to connect our power wire to our fuse holder. Now we're going to connect our fuse holder to the positive terminal on our battery. We're going to remove this nut using a 12mm socket. Now we're going to insert the provided 10 amp fuse into our fuse holder. Then we'll put our cap on. Now we have some extra wire, so we're just going to tuck it in behind the battery and then zip tie it to clean it up. Now we're going to secure our 4-flat harness. We're going to pull it out from behind that heat shield on the driver's side. And now we're going to route it over our bumper support towards our hitch receiver to keep it away from the exhaust. Now we're going to secure our 4-flat harness close to our hitch receiver. Now we're going to be using a 4-flat mounting bracket. We're just going to mount it right here underneath the bumper, and then using a 3/16 drill bit, we're going to drill our first hole. And we're going to pop our first screw into place, and then we'll secure our mounting bracket with the provided nut. All right, now we're going to make sure it's square, and then we'll repeat on the second hole. And then we'll tighten up our nuts using a 10mm socket. Now we'll attach our dust cover, and then we'll put our connector into the mounting bracket, and then we'll put our cap on. And with our wiring powered up and secured, you're ready to tow a trailer. So that wraps up our install and our video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this product, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with a U-Haul Hitch professional, you can visit your closest U-Haul Hitch center, or you can visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. Thank you.